Alrighty everyone, welcome back. It is now January 12th of 2025, and given that the entire media is now officially in financial trouble, we know that there's a lot of things going on between many different programs out there like MSNBC, CNN, NBC, and among others like ABC, for example, and their ratings disaster for many different programs such as The View. Focusing on Joy Reid, there is a lot of things going on right now with this correspondent in particular, as she goes on yet another rant, another tirade, if you will, toward the general public in the wake of her dealing with her very own ratings disaster and everything else happening with her time over at MSNBC after she is indeed getting a pay cut, by the way. Her pay is getting slashed almost in half, and we'll have a lot more to talk about that in the coming days. This is Mike Zero. Subscribe if you're new and like this video to see future updates. If you guys would also like to follow me on X, I'm also on there at Mike01. So what's interesting about all of this is that we know that there's been a lot of things going on with Joy Reid. Now, Joy Reid, as far as I see things, she is by far the most insufferable correspondent in the media on live television. There is no denying that. I think that every one of you out there will agree with me on that, based on all the lies that she spread throughout the past several years. What's interesting, however, has a lot more to do with Joy Reid and her most recent behavior after the public pushback, the backlash, whatever have you, has really been going out of control, and for all the right reasons, by the way, because people are now waking up at a rapid rate just how many lies the media has been spreading throughout the past 3-4 years especially. Now, interestingly enough, with the entire woke media now in financial flames after the backlash and pushback coming from the general public, one major development going on now involves more to do with Joy Reid and her recent attacks against the public after facing multiple consequences for her lies. Now, Joy Reid recently went on yet another tirade where she delivered the following after her ratings plunged. Listen, I think that we are dealing with a ton of unfairness in this industry, whether you are a correspondent or a major news anchor, such as myself. We always, and I mean we always, get a bad rep for providing the truth to the people, and we are witnessing the new fad or trend, whatever, of those following the incoming president who lies without shame. But it's those people following that man, convincing others and even fellow followers of MSNBC that we are engaging in ulterior motives or an agenda to twist society. And it's absolute lunacy, and nothing more than for them to control their story and gain control. That's what it's really all about, control. I have no idea how many correspondents are going to last in this business once he takes office in 1 week. I just don't know how, because I think he's coming after us, and he's going to do whatever it takes to put us out of work and get us out of a job. When I see the critics and what they have to say about me, all I see are those that have issues with women running the show at a major news organization, and they just don't like seeing those on live television. This is exactly why so many grown men and even toxic women dislike The View, because they are afraid of the truth coming from powerful women on live television. Responsible women like Sunny Hostin, who I admire and look up to for what she does over at ABC. She has delivered more truths than the incoming president ever did in the past several years, and that's what is mind-blowing to me. People need to go back to trusting the media, because that all seemingly ended and changed on November the 5th. If you have a nasty or offensive opinion about us here at MSNBC or toward myself, you might as well shut it and keep your opinion to yourself, because it's not going to make things better for you, and it's not going to make a further dent for us here at MSNBC. So guys, let me just say one thing about this before I move on about what Joy Reid is spewing. Now, this is exactly why I say Joy Reid definitely outperforms the other Joy Behar, when it comes to her toxic behaviors, because she really goes off. I mean, she really gets very nasty. She gets very frazzled and very much engaged in a rant when things don't go her way, or when reports go public about her ratings disaster, or her ratings continuing to plunge. And that's exactly why MSNBC, by the way, which by the way is up for grabs, They want to sell this actual program, and we'll talk more about that as well, because their overall financial failure is continuing. There's really no stopping that at this point, especially come January 20th. You're going to see a lot of things happen with MSNBC for sure. Now, look, I think it's very outlandish. I don't think anybody is looking for anybody to just get them out of business just like that. Nobody's going after anybody. This is all just a consequence of people like Joy Reid lying to the public, alright? That's basically what it boils down to. That's why, Joy, you have a ratings disaster. That's why you are dealing with a ratings disaster, and have been, quite frankly, for multiple months now, especially in the past month, is because people woke up finally. People began to learn exactly what was going on over at a channel like that. That's why Joy, Rachel, and among others out there really have no clue. They really can't grasp the reality because they really are truly delusional. Now, we have those like Sunny Hostin, right? The fact that Joy Reid looks up to Sunny Hostin, admires her as someone on The View via ABC, that is a telltale sign of just how delusional Joy Reid truly is. Now, moving on further, she goes on to continue, well, all I can tell you right now is that I am not going anywhere, no matter what consequences may come my way, for delivering the truth in a bold manner. I will always stand up for the people and for my followers, and I will admit, I have lost loyal followers by those that are loyal to the incoming president, spreading false stories and lies about my time here at MSNBC, and it's nothing more than destructive behavior. You want to talk about ratings? In particular, my ratings? You will see that in 2025, we will have a never-before-seen rebound, and the critics will be silent when that happens. You just watch, because come January 20th, she says, I think everyone will realize the incoming president is all talk and no action. There will be no change, and promises will be unkept. So, there she goes again. Really getting ahead of herself there, saying that no change will come post-January 20th at all. And I think that they're going to look very dumb once change does apply after January 20th, and just how fast change is going to come throughout the entire country. Now, here's Joy Reid yet again, really trying to basically, put all of her issues onto the general public. She's getting very toxic. This is exactly why I think it's time for her to just get fired, for her to get booted, and for her to have the gall to say, I'm not leaving, I'm not going anywhere, I'm staying here. Well, guess what, Joy? It's not up to you. It's up to the higher-ups. It's up to those that run the show truly over at MSNBC, which, by the way, may no longer be a thing, because MSNBC is up for grabs right now. And there's a lot of things going on with that. There's a lot of different avenues that can be taken. We'll have a lot more to talk about that drama. But Joy Reid, yet again, going on this rant that I think is coming from a state of panic. It's coming from a state of fear, and her being very frightened about her future as a news anchor or a correspondent, however you want to label her. There's not a future there, I believe, throughout 2025. I think that within a couple of months, you're not going to hear much from Joy Reid anymore, alright? But overall, I would like to hear what everyone has to say about Joy Reid, the ratings disaster going on over at MSNBC, and if you guys did enjoy the content for today, make sure to drop a thumbs up on this video to support the channel, and I will catch you guys later.